Hey, this might be one of the most interesting videos that I post because it's about Jiffy corn muffin mix. Yes, why am I talking about Jiffy corn muffin mix? Well, there's a really important story and a quote from my book that I talk about who knew that the little things could become big themes over time. So it was in page 22, I think it might be chapter 2, maybe chapter 1, but it's in reference to when many years ago when I was dating my soon to be husband, and we were at the grocery store, and I often wanted things like Jiffy corn muffin mix or green apple dish soap or vanilla bean ice cream, and I wasn't allowed to get them. And now it sounds really silly to talk about that today. And the reason why I am is because it was a great lesson for me that well, let's just say I missed back then, that I wasn't speaking my truth, that I allowed someone else to tell me what I could eat, do, or have. And that was me, not his fault that he said no, not his fault that he wanted to control what it was that I ate or did or said or wore. It was because I didn't actually speak my truth and put my foot down and say, well, this is who I am, and this is what I like, and this is what I want to do. And this came forward again in a conversation with a dear friend of mine, and how she started to realize how she wasn't speaking her truth. And why was that? She's an adult woman. She has lots of life experience. And it really came down to not wanting to upset the apple cart, you could say, or not wanting to disappoint someone, or just simply not wanting to cause a rift with someone and allowing their needs and preferences to be more important than your own. And look, there's always compromise in relationships. So I'm not saying that it always has to be your way. I'm just saying that when you start to see that someone isn't allowing you to be you for who you are and what you like to do and things that you like to eat, things that you like to wear, that's a big sign right there in the very beginning of any relationship, that they may not love you for who you really are. And we all have our preferences and we all make compromises, and that's all great. It's just about the giving and receiving and allowing yourself to speak your truth. This is what I want. This is how I feel. And some of you may be thinking, well, that's really basic, and it is. But I can guarantee that a lot of people have a hard time saying what they need and want because we don't want to hurt others, especially the good-hearted folks that, really do just want to be happy and have others be happy. But if you don't make yourself happy, no one else will. If you don't speak your truth, no one else will. And if you don't do it early on, especially in a romantic relationship or a relationship that's close to you, family, people who are going to be in your life, friends, dear friends, if you don't speak your truth, I promise you one thing, that it'll come back to bite you in a much bigger way, as it did with me when I got divorced. And then I realized that I am no victim of what happened in my relationship. I just didn't speak my truth. I wasn't strong enough. I chose not to. I put other people's feelings and thoughts before my own. And so the purpose of doing the video and talking about Jiffy corn muffin mix is simply to say, speak your truth. Don't do something for someone else. Yes, there's compromise. So there's a big difference here between, being a narcissist, which I'm not suggesting that you do. I'm suggesting that you speak your truth and that you tell people what you're thinking and what you're feeling so that they can experience with you, not have you go and build stories about your life that then are irreparable, and that you get down a road where you just feel unseen and unheard and unvalued because you didn't speak your truth early on. And if you speak your truth and someone doesn't want to hear your truth, big sign, bye-bye, gone, done. And we can stop a lot of relationships that are not serving our higher good simply by speaking our truth. And in order to do that, we have to know our own truth, right? We have to know what it is that we feel. And so it's about getting into those feeling centers within ourselves and understanding what it is that I want and being clear on that. You know the phrase, when mama's not happy, nobody's happy? Well, it's true. And so be your own mama here and do what's right for you, because what's right for you is always going to be right for other people. It's like putting the oxygen mask on yourself first and then onto others. So come at it with compassion. caring ways. Again, there is a level of compromise, but it's not about compromising your truth. That is the key. So I hope that my little Jiffy corn muffin mix story you find interesting. I talk all about it in the book. Page 22 is where the actual quote is, because little things become big themes over time, and those big themes will destroy your relationships. If you just spoke your truth, you might not have to go through all that destruction, and maybe you move on from your relationship earlier. Or maybe when you speak your truth, your partner has to go, oh, they're a little bit different than me, and I'm going to honor our differences and hold each other's soul like a fragile egg, as opposed to try to mold someone else into who we want them to be because that makes them perfect for us. No, no, no. Never works. Never works. We have to love each other for exactly who we are and love our preferences. And well, we don't always love the preferences of our partners. Come on, let's be honest. But we have to at least respect them for who they are and what they love, and love them for that. So I hope that's helpful. I would love to hear comments in the comment section below, and subscribe to the channel. You'll get, and turn on the bell, and you'll get more updates on some fun stories like Jiffy Corn Muffin Mix. All right, see you soon.